For our first farming spot, we're heading to Winter Spring, specifically to Frostwhisper Gorge. This area is home to Frostmaw Giants and Frostmaw Preservers, and they are the reason we're here. The item we're farming is the Formula Enchant Shield, Frost Resistance, which is a very valuable enchant both in Classic and going into TBC. Frost Resistance enchants are always in demand for raid encounters and niche gearing setups, and because this formula is extremely rare, it often sells for a high amount of gold when it appears on the auction house. What makes this farm strong is that it's completely open world and doable by any class. For our second farming spot, we're staying in Winter Spring and heading over to the Ice Thistle Hills and the Ice Thistle Cave. This is an excellent open world farm that's very easy to overlook, but it can be surprisingly profitable. The item we're farming here is the Formula Enchant Weapon, Icy Chill. This enchant is a bit niche, but that's exactly what makes it valuable. Because fewer players actively farm it, the formula often sells well whenever it appears on the auction house, especially for players looking to complete their enchant collection or offer unique services. The formula drops from Ice Thistle Yetis, Patriarchs, and Matriarchs, with the Matriarchs having the best chance. For our third farming spot, we're heading to Searing Gorge, specifically the Slag Pit and the surrounding Dark Iron Dwarf camps. This is a classic open-world farm that often gets overlooked, but it has strong long-term value and very steady gold per hour. The main item we're farming here is the Formula Enchant Cloak, Greater Fire Resistance. Fire resistance enchants are extremely important in Classic and remain relevant going into TBC for players preparing resistance gear. Because this formula is both rare and situational, it tends to sell very well whenever it appears on the auction house. The formula drops primarily from Dark Iron Steamsmiths, along with other Dark Iron dwarves such as Taskmasters, Lookouts, and Tunnelers. For our next farming spot, we're heading to Deadwind Pass, a zone most players overlook. Here we're farming the Formula Enchant Bracer, Superior Strength, a valuable world drop enchant with steady demand, and I'll be showing you 3 farming locations on the map that you can rotate between for consistent kills and very low competition. The item we're farming is the Formula Enchant Bracer, Superior Strength. This is a world drop enchant formula that's always in demand, especially among melee players like warriors, rogues, and paladins. For our final farming spot, we're heading to Eastern Plaguelands, and I'm showing the exact location on the map right now, Tyre's Hand. This is one of the most well-known areas in Classic, but it's also home to one of the most valuable open-world enchant formulas in the game. The item we're farming here is the Formula Enchant Weapon, Crusader. This enchant has been in constant demand since early Classic and remains extremely valuable going into TBC. It's used by melee classes, tanks, and twinks.